Alright guys, welcome back to NYCE. It has been 2 or 3 months since we've last filmed. I think closer to 3 now, but today is Teddy's birthday, September 8th. We have a whole day of fun planned ahead. First, we are going to be heading to Gregorys Coffee and Starbucks in Exchange Place, Jersey City, where we are going to be comparing the two coffees that are the most prevalent around New York. Obviously Starbucks is more prevalent, but Gregorys coffee, definitely, you can see it in New York. Like, there's not really one that close to here. They're more spread out, but yeah, like there is a Starbucks over there, as Teddy showed. But yeah, we're gonna head down to the 4 and 5 train, take it to Fulton, hop on the path, head to Jersey City, and pick up from there. All right, we are here in Jersey City. We have the last colors of the sunrise in the background. It is 6:19. Technically, the sun doesn't officially rise for another 10 minutes, but it doesn't really look as sunrisey, but it still looks super cool. And yeah, I mean, I just arrived yesterday from that shithole just over that way called Newark Airport, but yeah, haven't really, I mean, I was like uptown there, but like I haven't seen the city, at least like this downtown part, especially not from this perspective. And seeing it at this time of day is so cool. Like, even if you're not like coming to get anything, like I highly recommend it, especially if you live near the Oculus and World Trade Center. You can just get the path. It takes like 4 minutes to come here. I highly recommend coming here for sunrise, sorry. And whatever, we're gonna head over, get the coffees now, bring them over here, taste test them, and see how they are. I haven't had my coffee yet, but for some reason I feel very energetic. I don't know, let's go. Alright, here we have both of the coffees. So these are about the same size, if you can tell. So here's a Starbucks iced coffee with milk. I asked for iced coffee with milk at Gregorys, but they only have cold brew. They're more of like a sandwich shop than a coffee shop, if I'm gonna be honest. They don't have that much coffee stuff. Starbucks is a lot more, but first sip impressions, I already know what this is gonna taste like because I've gotten this a bunch of times. It's like nice. It's nice and refreshing. It's not that hot out, but it's just like refreshing regardless. So this has like a nice like earthy taste. It is a little sour at the end. Overall, pretty good quality coffee. Now the Gregorys, this is cold brew, so I already expect this to taste better. And now I just want to say, price-wise, for this being a cold brew, so you can tell, yeah, they're about the same size. So this was $4.21. This was like $3.30 or something like that. So this is $1 more for the same size, but it is a cold brew, so remember that. Cold brew takes longer to make, so it makes sense that it's more expensive. I'd say considering that, they would be about the same price, if this not being a little cheaper. Let's try this though. So they did put a lot of coffee in here. Like, they filled this up to the top with coffee, and I said like with milk, and they didn't put the milk in the beginning, so this tastes like extremely like coffee taste. I don't mind coffee, but like it just has like literally no milk. So on the customer service side, I would say Starbucks is better. The employees are more friendly. The Gregorys people, first of all, we got there, they open at 6:30. We were like out there at 6:35. I held my phone up to the glass and was like, "Are you guys open?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I like was like, "Oh, the door isn't opening." And they were like, "Oh yeah, sorry about that. We didn't realize." So the person at the register like barely like mumbled a word. Like, I had to basically ask everything there. So customer service side, Starbucks is definitely better. They're also much more available. Like, everywhere you go, you see Starbucks. Gregorys, not as much. Okay, so I asked them for more milk in this, and thank God they actually did this. I think now this actually might be better, but let's see. That actually tastes super good. No, because plain straight up black coffee I do not drink. I feel like they put a little too much milk, but I would much rather a little too much than too little. But no, this genuinely like tastes better than this now. But when this has milk, this is so much more smooth than this. When this goes down like your throat. I don't know if you guys remember this. If you watched the when we did a city bike all around Manhattan, we woke up super early. We barely got any sleep, and I got a Trenta iced coffee, and I said I was feeling nauseous a little later. That's not really a good thing. If you drink a lot of coffee, like, okay, you're not gonna feel amazing. It should like wake you up and all that, but if you feel nauseous, I do see that as a bit of an issue. This, I feel like if I drank the same amount as a Trenta size cup, I don't think I would have any issues, but yeah. I'm gonna finish these up and I'm gonna give my last opinions. Okay, so you can see I have finished the Starbucks, I have finished the Gregorys. So overall, I would say that the Gregorys coffee tasted a bit better, but I think I should have probably gone to Gregorys first, since I didn't know what they have. If I did do that, I would have probably gotten the cold brew at Starbucks instead. But we went to the Starbucks first because it opened a little bit earlier and we got right before the Gregorys opened. But I think from the reviews I've seen online, Gregorys coffee supposedly people say is better than Starbucks. So taste-wise, I think Gregorys coffee wins, but overall, I think the answer is a bit different. So the problem with Gregorys coffee is its availability. So obviously there's one behind me here in Jersey City, and there's a couple spread out Manhattan, but according to Google, I don't know how accurate this is, maybe it is a bit outdated, but New York only has 24 Gregorys coffees, which sounds like a lot, but on 96th Street, for reference, there is a Starbucks on 96 in Madison and a Starbucks on 96 in Lexington. Now, I find that incredibly close, too close, a bit unnecessary, but that just goes to show availability. Also on 87, I believe, there's one on 87 in Lex, and there's another on 87 in 3rd. That's a block away. 2 Starbucks. These come far and few in between. These are available everywhere, not just in New York, not just in New Jersey, not just in the US, all over the world. I can probably put a map like over here, what countries have Starbucks, and it's probably well over 50 or something. I've seen them in Europe, and that's the only other like region of the world I've been to, but yeah, they have them in Germany, they have them in Greece, they have them in Denmark, and I can't really remember any other countries that I remember them in, but whatever. Regardless, Starbucks is a lot easier to come by. The staff are more friendly. The Gregorys coffee people did not seem that like welcoming. They didn't really talk that much. I like asked they like about like their sizes, and they were like they kind of like mumbled everything. Starbucks people are a lot more friendly. Overall, I would say Starbucks is better than Gregorys coffee in terms of just overall like availability, price. The price isn't really that big of a deal because same size coffees, only $1 difference. I thought this would like run me over $5. It didn't. But service wise and availability wise, I just feel like that is what makes Starbucks better, because it's easier to get. It is slightly cheaper, but as I said, that's not really a concern of mine. I don't really mind them not talking, but at the same time, it is a bit annoying. Like, I understand it's 6:30 in the morning, but like, you just want to make a customer feel welcome at the same time. But yeah, Starbucks is better overall. Gregorys coffee is better in taste. Case closed. So if you're ever in the situation like here where you have a Starbucks and you have a Gregorys coffee across the street from each other, you have this video to remember which one is better. Also, another thing I just remembered is Gregorys coffee doesn't have that much types of coffee. It has less availability of types of coffee. This is a cold brew. They don't have actually iced coffee. But yeah, that is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. We are going to head over to New York to make some more videos. Stay tuned for those. And as always, I'll see you next time, and peace out.